All right.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Meet Us in the Out Ring podcast. I am Maddie with my host, my girl Mary, and today we have a very special guest that we are so excited about. And we kind of wanted this to be a little bit of a surprise for you guys because it's very rare that we do interviews like this. But before we get into it, wanted to say a very happy Mother's Day to everybody, to all the moms, all the wrestling moms. We wish you a very, very happy day, a very happy Sunday. So without further ado, I'm going to let our lovely guest introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. Happy Mother's Day, everyone, as well. I am J-Rod, and I am the ultimate athlete.
Block that T. So, J-Rod, if you would please tell us a little bit about yourself, and then Mary and I would love to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, so I am a professional wrestler based out of Los Angeles, California. I'm originally from Ohio, but I live out in California. And yeah, I'm just doing kind of the independent scene as far as professional wrestling goes, getting my reps in and experience. And yeah, trying to just build and become a superstar on that next level, so.
Yes.
Absolutely. I absolutely love I feel like the indies is so different from just like, what we see on TV. There's so much more room for creativity there. And it's just so fun to watch that star power continuously grow. But so with that being said, Mary and I have quite a few questions. We're very, very curious. And
I know we only have you for a little bit of time, but
yes.
Yes, ask away. I would love to answer any questions you guys have.
You can go first, Maddie.
Okay, so I wrote mine down. So what made you really fall in love with wrestling? And what made you think, this is it for me? This is what I want to make my life?
So I love professional wrestling and every aspect of it. So the storytelling and the athleticism, and then also, like you said, just being able to be a creative character, larger than life. It helps break me out of my shell. One of those things that you also want, I guess, hobbies that challenge you, but then, like ultimately I want this to be my career. So I want something that's always going to keep me aiming for more and trying to become like the best version of myself. So every aspect of professional wrestling, I absolutely love.
Were you always a wrestling fan, like when you were younger, or was it kind of a new love?
So it was a new love for me. I went throughout college, like debating on what it was I was supposed to do with my life. So it was one of those things. I'm like, what is it that I'm supposed to use my athleticism? I did business marketing in school. So I was like, what is it that I can be a mentor to young kids, use my business development background in that way? It's like, what can I put all of those things together and do? So when I found professional wrestling, I was like, this is it. This is what I'm meant to do, I feel like. So yeah, it was a really cool, I wish that I grew up watching it, because I feel like so many people are teaching me from like back then to now, especially training with Rikishi and Reno Onawai at the Knox Pro Academy. So just trying to learn as much about it, because I didn't necessarily grow up watching it in that way. But no, I have so much respect for the business, and doing a lot of like back watching, the things that I missed throughout, the history of professional wrestling. So just doing my research and learning as much about it as I possibly can. But no, it's just the new stuff, the old stuff. I love it all, like the storytelling, and just, yeah, I wish I was a freaking fan this whole time, because I was like, I missed out on this, so.
So you mentioned training under Rikishi. So can you tell us a little more about that and what that was like?
Spill the tea.
Yeah, we want to know.
So of course, when you want to get to be a professional wrestler, you have to look up schools like kind of near you. And I was like, okay, what's like a school? I live in California now. Like, where would I go to school if I wanted to become a professional wrestler? So I saw that Rikishi had a training school in like Van Nuys, which is around Los Angeles. So I would drive from San Diego to LA just to train with Rikishi. And yeah, that was like 3 to 4 hours depending on traffic, like just to, at the end of a work day. So you're also, I work full time right now. So I'm also just living my dream and trying to become a professional wrestler, but that takes, the sacrifice and putting that time in outside of work to then hopefully make this your full-time career. So yeah, I would dedicate that time 3 to 4 days a week to drive up to LA and train with Rikishi and Reno on Hawaii. So that whole bloodline family, total respect for the Samoans in this industry. They've been doing this their entire lives, and cousins with The Rock, their nephews, freaking Roman Reigns, Rikishi's sons are the Usos in Solo Sikoa. So it's really cool to see like their impact and then being trained by them. So yeah, don't give me any crap because I have the Samoans on my back.
That's right.
And I know that Rikishi has been endorsing you, so that's so huge.
Thank you. Yeah, he's awesome. He's, I'm not from here, like I kind of mentioned earlier. So being out here and chasing this dream, he's so supportive and so encouraging. So it's really cool to have that.
That's so awesome.
That is. So what did we think about Cody Rhodes winning then?
Exactly. In my head, I was like wanting Roman. I did this to everyone today. I had Cody Rhodes, and everyone was, super haters. But I'm like, hey, I'm trained by the bloodline. We gotta go Roman all day.
You gotta be loyal. That's right. You gotta show loyalty. I respect it.
I guess we can give you a pass on that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So who do you feel is like your biggest representation or inspiration, I'm sorry, for when you who did you look up to and be like, that's what I want to do, that's where I want to be?
Yeah, so Beth Phoenix actually is one of the people that I look up to in professional wrestling. She's just, the glamazon. She's all about, still being feminine and beautiful, but then also strong and powerful, and just her athletic display is really cool. Of course, Bianca Belair and some of the Four Horsemen and those girls. I'm like, I want to get in the ring with these girls. So it's one of those things. Cool. It's cool now because I'm like sizing them up if I see them or something. I'm like, all right, we can take them. We can go. So yeah, I just even China and some of the people that integrated within even like the men on that side, like showing we can freaking go too. So just the strong women in the industry, it's just really cool. Now like the highlight on the women's divisions everywhere. And so it's just one of those things. It's like, yeah, even like back in the day, Alundra Blaze. So like I said, did a bunch of research and history of professional wrestling and, women coming up who like helped make this whole professional wrestling stuff like how it is today. And so Alundra Blaze is one of those people and I actually got to meet her this year, which was really awesome too. But just like her influence and her athleticism, and it's just really cool. And yeah, no, I take inspiration from a lot of those strong women from the past.
Yes.
And you mentioned the Four Horsewomen, and I read in another interview, you're like 5'10"?
Yes.
So based on that, who is like your dream opponent, when it comes to like the strong girlies? Like I know Jade is kind of around that height, like Charlotte, Rhea, Nia Jax.
So you're naming my opponent for them. Yes. So when I those girls are like my height, and I'm like looking at their weights and stuff too, because it takes I want to be around like I'm like 165, 170 now. I want to be like 180. Like I want to be like one of those girls that's just kind of, a little tank.
So out of those women, like if you had your dream match, who would it be with?
Okay, so Bianca would probably be my dream match, but I do like Jade. I think she would be like a really cool opponent for me because, like you said, we're about the same height and both have abs and like that.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley is up there for me too. I hope Raquel Gonzalez gets better
Oh.
and she comes back, because she's honestly like incredible too. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
she's already like so like badass before even coming up to the main roster. So yeah, I think facing her would be really cool. But yeah, those big girls, even Nia Jax being from the bloodline would be really
Mhm.
cool too. Giving her a taste of her own medicine with some golden drops and whatnot.
Mhm.
So
So
Well, I
for
hope that is something that we can see in the future.
yes.
I hope so too. Let's make it happen. We're making those dreams reality.
So for you, what is like the end goal for professional wrestling? Like what is the moment or the point where you'll be like, this is what I've worked so hard for. This is my moment.
All right. I'm a big dreamer. So I want to
Yes.
be like next female rock. Like
Oh.
I want to take this on and conquer it and just be like just create more with it and like just become that girl, you know.
Mhm.
So I just think it's really cool what he's able to do and how he's able to even transcend. Now he's like pop culture. Now he's well known everywhere. So it's just really cool. Now he can create brands for himself and lift others up. And he's in the position to kind of like, support, of course, his family and a bunch of other families in this world. So it's just really cool to like see somebody like I watched Young Rock and things like that to kind of see like, well, if this is based on his life story, you know, like and like he came up, you know, struggling with his dad on the
Mhm.
road wrestling and stuff like that. So it's like he lived but believed in himself enough to know like this is something I can do. So that's just really inspirational for me and one of those things that I'm like, yes, like female rock, all for it. So
That would
home
be very, very
gym,
cool.
all the things. Like
Yeah.
that would be just really cool.
Yeah, and you know, Rock started he was like 19 or something. Like he was really young. What age did you start wrestling and how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
So I am getting in the game a little later. I started wrestling around like 26, 27, and now I
Mhm.
am 31. So I've been doing, yeah, I got in a little late, but yeah, no, The Rock had his freaking family up in this. So he's actually been doing this like his whole life because his
Yeah.
dad was in it, you know?
Mhm.
So he just grew up around it. So that's definitely an advantage in that way. But hey, I'm trying to take as much knowledge and stuff from the Rikishi and the Samoans because they have done this their whole life too. So trying to make up for lost time in that
Mhm.
way. But no, I feel like just keeping up with some of those young guys coming up and still being able to get in and accomplish those goals of mine too. So
Yeah, I mean, it's hard with women wrestlers because I feel like your age is very not important, but like it's very zoned in on,
Mhm.
especially for women because men are wrestling into their late 50s and 60s, but typically, you know, women age out around 40 something. So, what does that mean to you? Like, how do you feel about this kind of almost negative thing about being older as a woman when starting wrestling? And
yeah, and
how do
women,
you
I
think we
feel
can
like, you
change
know,
that?
I love that question too because I think that's so important. Just to because it's I mean it depends on the woman, you know.
Mhm.
Some
Yeah.
women they do want to start families and do want to do this, which I eventually do too. But like once you do that, like it becomes you have a whole nother like vision for yourself in future in that way. So I feel like men like they don't necessarily have that, and then your
Mhm.
bodies go through so much so it's hard to even come back. So seeing like people like Becky like coming back from having a baby and stuff is
Yeah.
really cool and inspirational too because it's like dang like she's still doing it. But yeah, no, I
Mhm.
think now you're gonna see the ladies start to go until you know like I feel like Charlotte Flair is gonna go forever, or Becky Lynch is gonna go
Mhm.
forever. Like
Yeah.
all these girls, I think now is going to be kind of when they start wrestling for a little bit longer, kind of like the men do. But yeah, no, I think too, we're just taking better care of our bodies and knowing kind
Mhm.
of what is best to kind of do as far as protecting ourselves in the business. Okay, let's maybe not do as many like bumping things throughout our matches and stuff.
Yeah.
So, save some of those reps and different things for just longevity, I guess is the word. So, yeah.
So have you, because I love, one of my big things in wrestling, I love stipulation matches. They're just so exciting. They're very fun. Have you ever had a stipulation match, and what is your favorite to either wrestle or watch, or both?
I haven't done too many. I love watching them. I
Yeah.
did do a casket match, which was really cool.
Okay.
Oh,
There's a girl I train with, and she's kind of like an Undertaker type character. So it like really fit like our match and different things. And I ended up like big booting her off the apron, and she like fell into the casket. And it was
yeah.
a situation like that to where it was really cool. Like we teased, going in and out of the casket in different ways. And so it was just a fun match with that cool stipulation too. But no, I love all like the fun, like any way you can make it fun and interactive too for the audience is just really cool. That recent one that Sol Ruka did with like the surfboards
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
and
yeah.
like the
Yes.
swimming pool. I'm like, she's a surfer, so she's doing, like, so just making it like kind of to help develop characters and stuff like that's really cool too. So what about you? I feel like since you like them a lot, I would like to hear your favorite.
I love, one of my things that I love that AEW does the lights out matches. I think those are really, really cool when they're like, all right, lights go off, but when they come on back on, we're not responsible for anything that's going to happen. Like Orange Cassidy putting Adam Cole through a floorboard, or Britt Baker shoving thumbtacks in Thunder Rosa's mouth. Those are the kinds of matches that are very crazy, but they're so fun. The crowd is able to interact with that. Like, would you ever love to be in an AEW lights out match?
Hey, maybe I would have to kind of. I mean, if that was an opportunity that came up, I would definitely take that. That would be really cool.
Well, I know that you do have a match coming up next week, I believe, the 18th, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that match and kind of what's going on with that? Like, what's the story behind it?
Okay, so I am a new champion to South Bay Championship Wrestling in San Jose, California. And my opponent is going to be Holodead. So this is going to be my first title defense, and it's against someone that I've been really wanting to face on the independent scene. She also trained a little bit with Rikishi and Reno before I even trained there, so at Knox Pro too. And she has done WOW and traveled the whole world, professional wrestling. And I see her posts now, like she's been working out like insanely, like she's a tank. So I love like those hard hitting women that can go. And like I said, we already know my dream opponent. So she's one of those that's up there as far as like independent girls still on the scene at this time. So I'm super excited to face her.
That's so exciting. I wish I could go to a match because, I mean, I live in San Diego, so it's a little bit of a drive because it's in Santa Clara?
San Jose, yeah.
Oh, San
I'm
Jose.
even flying from LA up there. So even the 5 hours for me, I was like, hey, that's really kind of them to be able to help me go there via airplane versus drive 5 hours. Because that, I would go same day. So 10-hour drive is kind of lengthy, but I do it. I drive to Arizona and drive to different places, so that road life is real.
So when you are like preparing to go into these matches, this is your first title defense, like what is your pre-match routine? How do you kind of prep yourself and get into that mindset of going out there and just putting on a banger match?
I have to get in the zone. I have to think, just don't be nice, J-Rod. Get out there and show them exactly what you can do. And I'm coming to win. So don't come after this title. This title's mine. So just getting in that mindset, doing warm-up exercises, getting loose, and just making sure you just don't let any women or other people take advantage of you. You know, you are in the zone, and you are making this title reign gonna last a long time.
Oh yeah.
Would you say you channel the She-Hulk
I
during
channel
those
the
moments?
She-Hulk. Yes, I channel the She-Hulk. Yeah, no, Jennifer Walters turned She-Hulk is my, you know, going in. I'm like the businesswoman. I just worked all day, hard at work, and then I just turn it on. Now it's time to be the best version of me and go out there and not take any shit.
I love that because I feel like
Amen.
she's super underrated.
Yeah.
Like in terms
No,
of
she's
Marvel.
the last of the Stan Lee characters, so I feel like she's gonna get her time. But you know, there's still a lot of Marvel characters to get through if she's the last one. So no, hey, when the stars align, you know, one day She-Hulk over here.
So with this first title reign, like what do you want wrestling fans and audiences and just everybody watching you? What do you want them to know about J-Rod? Like what kind of feeling do you want audiences to walk away from after watching you?
I want them to feel inspired and want to have that motivation to even just, I need to go to the gym, or I need, you know, I need to get my butt in shape, and what are my dreams? Like if this girl, you know, came from nothing and now is where she is, like what is it that what dream is it that I have in my heart that I feel like my gifts and abilities, like what are your natural gifts? Like what were these things like given to you that you can use and like to its highest level? So I really want people to just see me out there, feel inspired, and feel like they can make their dreams reality as well.
I love that. I
And
feel like that's so
I love
wholesome.
that. Well, also, like you know, the San Diego wrestling scene, there's not a ton of women currently, and I really wish there was more, so hopefully they can get inspired by you. But
Yeah, no, I wish
before
there were more.
go ahead.
Too. Yeah, there's a lot. Zara down there. There's some of the girls down in San Diego that I really like. But you're right. There's so many Southern California places that don't have a lot of women. So it allows, you know, for people from other states to come in a little bit too. So that's kind of cool. And it is hard to kind of leave and get booked other places because not a lot of people want to pay for flights and stuff out of Los Angeles, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's just a melting pot, I feel like, for wrestling. And, yeah, no, there definitely needs to be some more women, and we need to bring some more challengers over here to the West Coast.
Exactly.
Agreed.
If we're gonna make this title reign long, we need more challengers. Exactly.
And they're scared. They're scared.
Of course. Nobody wants to face She-Hulk.
They're like, She-Hulk.
So who created your moniker of the Ultimate Athlete? Was that you, or was that Rikishi, or who created that?
So it was kind of a little bit of both. And honestly too, like it's just something I didn't know necessarily if it would stick. But because I did volleyball, softball, cheer, track, gymnastics, like I did so many like sports growing up that I'm like, what is it? Like I'm the ultimate athlete. Like I'm just, I can do it all. So kind of like a little hybrid of Mr. Perfect and some of the guys back in the day that kind of can do it all. But yeah, no, that inspiration of the ultimate athlete having kind of just a diverse athletic background in that way.
Yeah, I love that because I feel like a lot of people, you know, to be successful, you kind of need that kind of moniker. Like you have Charlotte, she's the queen. You have Alexa, she was the goddess. Stuff like that. Like you need some sort of extra oomph, and I really like yours.
Thank you. Yeah, I try to, you know, being an athlete and, you know, that being your moniker, definitely incorporating athletic things within either your entrance and your performance and trying to do, like I said, I feel like the ultimate athlete can do a little bit of everything. She can do the technical stuff as far as, and then also the high flying and the power and strength. So it's like, I want to show like I'm the ultimate, I can do it all. So just being able to display those and then hearing commentary, you know, they can then use that and have different things throughout the match to kind of touch base on, and it helps with storytelling. And yeah, you're right. I think everyone needs a little moniker of their own.
Yes, absolutely. That's like it adds to the personality of the
Mhm.
wrestler, but it also makes it so much more memorable for audiences because they're able to instantly point that out and just know what you're all about and be ready for that every time you're in the ring.
And that's
Yeah, I
merch,
wish
queen. That's
That is
merch.
merch.
I know. I wish everyone had like a little like a display video, like a
Yeah.
like video of, hey, this is who is about to come out. Kind of how they do on like American Idol, and we
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
get like this person's background and then they audition and then you just like them more or less, depending
Yeah.
on
Speaking of that, would you ever go on like Tough Enough, or now they have the Next Gen show? Is that something you would be interested in?
Oh yeah, and there's some really cool opportunities. Knock on wood that something like that may happen
Is this a
relatively soon.
scoop?
Yeah, like soon, but who
Hello?
knows? So we're, it's all in God's plan. If something
Yes.
happens, it happens. But I think that would be really cool. I'm just a competitive person, and I think being able to like help bring out that like fun and entertainment side as well as
Mhm.
doing challenges and fun things on a television show would be really cool.
That would be so awesome to see you there and just to know that we got a chance to talk to you. And
Yes.
before you go, is there anything that you would like to plug? Is there anything else you want to say? I know you got to go, but it's just been so much fun talking to you.
I know we need to find a time to talk again, catch back
Yes.
up, and I feel
Mhm.
like there's a lot going on, and I feel like it's going to be cool to kind of look back on this one day. I feel like
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you both for your time, and yeah, I know if I'm in San Diego, you guys better come to a show.
We will
Well,
be there.
girl, you're not here. You're on the East Coast.
I will be there. It don't matter. I will be there.
Okay.
Well,
I'll be
I
there.
also come to the East Coast, so
Well,
you
there
guys.
you go.
Okay.
Where are you
If you
at on the East Coast?
I'm in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay. So if I do a show over there,
I will be there. I will be there. I will bring all my friends and we will be seated in the front row. Period.
there's
and if you're gonna be
there's a
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Dreamwave show in LaSalle, Illinois, so it's not obviously so close, but it's an upcoming show that's pretty badass. That's
Okay.
coming up, so I'll send you the details on that too. And
Yes.
you guys can find my shows and the different things that I'm doing. Mostly I update Instagram, so at JSRODEN, and you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Is it still called Twitter?
X,
And thank you, Jonathan.
Twitter.
I see.
We never
Thank you,
know.
Jonathan, for shouting that out. Yes, follow the
And
link that Jonathan
thank you,
just
Jonathan,
posted.
for helping set up this interview.
Thank you,
Yes, thank you,
Jonathan.
Shout out
Jonathan.
to
Let's do a photo shoot soon. Your brother is like so good at that stuff, so
don't boost his ego. Anyway.
he needs to know it more.
We
Yeah, no,
appreciate
he's
Jonathan
fantastic, and
here.
he's been doing all our graphics, and it's been fantastic.
Jonathan.
That's so great. Yeah, no, you guys work as a team and keep doing your thing. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we really appreciate you. I know we already said it a bunch of times, but
We
thank
really
you so
do though.
much for hanging out with
No,
us.
thank you for this, and thank you for everything. And yeah, let's touch back again soon. And yeah, some
Yes.
shows.
Yes,
Thank you
absolutely.
so much, J-Rod. Have a
Bye,
good rest of your day.
thank
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank
Bye.
you too. Bye.
Oh, guys,
Bro.
wasn't she so awesome?
That was so cool. Oh my god. I need a minute.
I know, we need to like recuperate. We wanted to do her interview at the start of the show just because she only had a little bit of time to be with us. Obviously she has crazy busy wrestling schedule.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Anthony. Oh, but we are going to talk about other topics today. We have some things to talk about.
We have so many things to talk about.
Do we want to just like dive into Cody versus Logan, because I'm over it?
I'm have to leave. I'm leaving.
I don't want to like automatically start complaining, but like, guys, what are we doing? Why are we doing Cody versus Logan? I cannot.
Wait,
This is
so
the
who
most
is that? Who's that guy that Cody's facing? I don't know who that is.
blonde YouTuber guy.
Right. Yes, I forgot. Bro, I posted my video and a lot of people were like, because I was fully expecting LA Knight to come out, and a lot of people were like, "Why do you think LA Knight's coming out, Maddie? That's stupid." Maybe because I watched the press conference of Backlash, and LA Knight is the #1 person that Cody said he wanted to face. So
Yeah.
excuse me, everybody. Yes, he's in the King of the Ring tournament. But so are the women's tag team champions. So hello.
For what? For what? Why
And
are
for
the
what?
tag team champions in the tournament? It
I don't.
makes me so irritated when they do that because there's so many other women who could have taken those spots. Bianca and
And
Jade, I get
yeah.
it. They're superstars. I get it. But they didn't need to be there.
And you know what a huge Bianca stan I am, but I will say she should not have been in this tournament. She just shouldn't have. I would have loved to have her replaced with Chelsea Green, like that, because Chelsea Green should be
Yeah.
in this freaking tournament. I'm sorry. I know she's probably
Well,
maybe winning Money in the Bank, but like,
yeah, I don't even want to talk about Cody and blonde YouTuber guy because it just pisses me off.
well, we kind of have to.
Why are we doing champions facing each other? Why this isn't Survivor Series like 2017. Why are we doing this?
I think the biggest question I have is who invited him?
Literally,
Who
no
invited
one.
him?
No one. He crashed the party and like no one wants him there.
Who invited him? Okay, look, we are not going to sit here and say that Logan is a bad wrestler because that's just not
No.
true. Like, we have never said that. We will never say that. I just really hope that this is not like because I'm not going to lie, like, I don't really want Cody to win the US title. I don't really think that would make sense. I hope that this is just a champion versus champion match and that titles are not involved. But Cody did tweet like 2 belts or something like that. So I don't know. Obviously Cody is winning because hello. But that was weird. This is every time we go to Saudi Arabia, it's just filler. It's just
They just
filler.
do the most outlandish stuff because they just want to like have this big spectacle, which like fine, but we could have had 2 separate matches or just not have Logan there at all. That would have been fine.
No, he
But-
needs to defend that title. He needs to defend that title.
Okay, he can defend it on SmackDown.
But like, why are people saying that he's such a good champion and that this reign has been amazing? It's not, and I'm not even saying that because I don't like him. This reign has sucked. It's so bad. I forgot who the
he's
US
just not
champion
there
was.
all the time. It's
No.
Roman 2.0, and I'm done.
And Logan's like, I'm gonna be like full time. I'm gonna be around all the time,
Okay.
and it's like, but you're not. It's very frustrating. Uncle
Yeah.
Howdy, I don't know. I'm so sorry.
That's a whole nother topic that I don't even want to.
I don't want to get into that. Maddie hates
Oh.
every title. Okay, well, yeah, Maddie hates everything. Maddie hates Becky Lynch. Maddie hates Logan Paul. Maddie hates. Let's just keep saying things that Maddie hates, even though it's not even true, you guys. Like, let's keep that trend going. Jesus.
No, but I'm hating all these injuries right now. This King and Queen tournament is cursed. Like everybody's saying. Okay, we have Bobby Lashley. We have Zelina. Bobby Lashley is injured and got replaced with Angelo Dawkins.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Who was supposed to face Finn? I don't remember who it was. Someone was supposed to face Finn, and I forgot. But that person was injured. Zelina got injured. Asuka got injured. They had to change the entire
Asuka's been injured for a while, though, right?
But she had the match at Backlash.
I think she was injured during that.
Oh,
but
well,
being the bad bitch she is, she just went and did it.
But they took her out of the tournament, and Dakota took her spot. Maxine Dupree got Zelina's spot.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So that match is actually happening tonight, and not on Raw.
It's on a house. Oh yeah, I forgot the house show
for whatever reason. On a house show. Why?
This is why Cap is the realest person in the game. Thank you. I love you.
now it's Maxine versus Shayna, and obviously Maxine's gonna get demolished. But
If Shayna Baszler loses to Maxine Dupree, I might
that's not
cry.
gonna happen. Not gonna happen. But
I mean, we have to
yeah,
remember
so
that Reggie beat Shayna Baszler, so my expectations are not high.
that's some tea that I forgot about.
I wish I could forget to.
No, but the current update, so Lyra beat Dakota. What else happened?
Io
I'm
beat.
trying to- Oh, yeah, Io beat Natty.
Io beat Natalia.
Natty.
Good match, by the way.
It was. Oh, speaking of, y'all forget how good Natty is. If you give that woman time,
she can go.
fantastic. If you have watched what she's been doing in NXT, it's fantastic, and I'm so sick of her being overlooked. Honestly, maybe I'll save what I'm going to say for a hot takes video. Should I say it now or
yeah,
save
I
it?
kind of want to know now.
Okay, I truly, in the depths of my heart, believe that Natty should be considered for Mount Rushmore. Longevity, talent. She does exactly what she's supposed to do. She is the boat. Thank you, Anthony. She is a Guinness World Record holder. She's had so many title reigns. She's done so much for WWE. I think she should be in the conversation.
And she put over Lola Vice. She put over.
Oh my gosh, that match. Wait.
Which, by the way, I told you that Natty was only there to put over other women.
Yeah, which is true. But it was the first NXT Women's Underground match. Who did they rely on? Natalia.
Because she wanted her to win.
I mean, me too. But I mean, I understand why she didn't, because she puts over talent.
Amen. I love her for that.
I love her for that. And the fact that she was in another first just adds to my point.
Her accolade.
She has done so many firsts for this company. She is one of the few left from the Divas era till now. Like, it's literally like her, Naomi. Who else? Still from the Diva era.
There's some noises going on.
What is going on in your house?
Do you hear that? I hope you guys can't hear that because it sounds like Texas Chainsaw out there. DC is crazy.
But yeah, I think she should be added to the conversation of Mount Rushmore. That's just me. If y'all disagree, I don't care.
I mean, I definitely see where you're coming from. To me, please look at what your brother just said.
You better stop playing. Stop playing right now. You know what? But her tag team with Tamina, I didn't hate it. Natty and Tamina, I didn't mind it. I
hated it. Worst
Okay.
women's tag team champions of all time. I'm so sorry.
Lies.
Who is the worst then? And don't say Shayna and Nia because that's fucking not true. Sorry, I swore.
I would really have to think about all the tag teams. Nikki and Rhea. That was the worst.
I'll give you that. Another
thing that I wanted to talk about during Dakota and Lyra's match, the Kingdom of the Apes trailer was playing side by side with their match. Why are we putting the ad side by side to their match instead of just having it during a commercial break or before the match or after the match? Why was it side by side? That's
the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Like, I get you need to do promo, but why did it have to be at that point?
This is Lyra Valkyria's debut match. She's ready to advance. But have you seen this movie about the Planet of the Apes?
Have you seen the 12th movie for the Planet of the Apes?
That is a fire film series, and I'm very excited to watch it. But I really wanted to watch Dakota versus Lyra on a full screen. Oh my god.
The disrespect was so blatant. And I hated it. I hated everything about it. What else did we need to talk about today?
Well, I have something.
Yes.
Speaking of disrespect.
Oh.
So Mr. Eric whatever the fricky frack his name
Eric
is.
Bischoff.
Yeah, that man had some very colorful things to say about Miss Mercedes Monet, and I was just not
Yes.
happy about it.
Do tell.
Basically, if you guys don't know, I can pull up the quote while I blatantly summarize it.
Mhm.
But he said something along the lines of how her being on the mic is treacherous to her career and it's making her star power go down, and how she can't survive on the mic for like longer than 10 minutes. Let me just pull it. Okay, here. So he said, I don't dislike Mercedes. She's a phenomenal wrestler. She's a phenomenal performer in the ring. She's had an incredible run. She's hugely successful, and I respect the hell out of her for what she's accomplished. That doesn't mean she's capable of holding a mic for more than 30 seconds. Hello?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Why are we letting him have an opinion?
Like, I think the real question is, who asked?
No one asked.
Listen, I'm not saying that I'm not going to sit here and say Mercedes is the greatest on the mic, because I don't think she is, but I think she's pretty good. I think she can hold her own.
We've
And
been getting this comment a lot recently in our YouTube videos. We've been getting this a lot about Mercedes not being able to be on the mic, which she had many good promos in WWE.
So
I think
many.
she's still just like getting used to the AEW style of how they do things. And I think it's throwing her off. And like, I don't want to make excuses for her because I don't know her life, but like, we know what she's capable of.
I think she's just adjusting to not being Sasha Banks anymore. Like, you know, she's not playing, she's just being Mercedes. And I agree, Cap, this promo on Dynamite was pretty good. And I think AEW is kind of just doing a thing where they're not scripting her. They're just giving her a mic and saying, do what you can do. And, you know, she has fumbled a few times, but what do you expect? Like, this happens. Becky Lynch fumbles, Bianca Belair fumbles, Charlotte Flair fumbles sometimes. Like, again, I don't think she's like one of the best on the mic, but that being said, I don't think she's bad at all. And I just thought it was very weird for him to be like, she's so great at all of this, but this is terrible. I don't know. I feel like when she has that match with Willow Nightingale, silencing the haters.
Yeah. But like, Eric, sir, please get your old ass to a retirement home. Thank you.
And go hang out with Jim Cornette. Get them away. Do you think Mercedes is going to win against Willow and win the title?
I want to say no. I want to believe that she's just going to put Willow over like and make her an even bigger star. Knowing Tony Khan and Chris Jericho, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Chris.
The learning tree.
Chris has been making some decisions lately that are questionable. So.
The learning tree.
The learning tree.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
And why is he coming out with a little crusty Band-Aid under his like nip? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. And I don't want to see it. Oh,
so
sorry, Chris.
No, we're not. I'm not sorry, Chris Jericho.
But I did watch one of Willow's promos just because I was curious. She was getting interviewed by Arcady, and her promo skills are pretty decent, and I'm excited to see their match. I want to watch their match.
I don't even think Willow's the best on the mic, but I don't think she's bad by any means. Like, not at all. The education shrub. I feel like Chris Jericho has a new like nickname every single week. Like the learning tree, the lion's heart, or whatever. Like, where is he coming up with this? Anyway, I'm very excited for Willow and Mercedes because we've obviously seen them wrestle before, and it was a really good match. Unfortunately, up until Mercedes got injured. But again, this is Tony Khan we're working with here, and I don't think he values some of his women's wrestlers as much as he does his other ones. So I wouldn't be surprised by any means if Willow is just a transitional champion for Mercedes. But I want to bring up another point. What happened to the ranking systems? Because Mercedes has not earned this match. She's just getting it.
But that's because she's Mercedes Monet. I mean, how many times have we seen that with Charlotte?
Yeah.
Where she just shows up and is like, hey, I'm getting a title shot now.
That's true, but WWE doesn't have a ranking system. AEW does. And they recently were like, we're bringing this back to have number one contenders and stuff again. I haven't looked at the rankings in a while, but I think Mariah May and Thunder Rosa are at the top and Deonna Purrazzo. But Mercedes Moné has not wrestled in AEW yet. She still hasn't even
Nope.
been fully cleared. I think she is maybe now at this point because she has a match. But so why are we just going right back to ignoring the rankings after we so blatantly were like, we're bringing them back? It's
Maddie, because they can do whatever they want.
right.
We've learned this by now. The wrestling industry, they break their own rules all the time. They can do whatever they want, and it doesn't matter.
It's just, I'm not mad that Mercedes is getting this match, but it's just kind of weird. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I just want to address this comment really quick. Mary, I believe that Becky is going to do Live Right this go around, and they'll put on a banger at Queen and Queen of the Ring. Tyler,
Right.
It is okay to dream. It is okay. You have a right to do that. We'll see. I don't think that Liv's going to be getting the title right now because they're still building her and Rhea. So I think Rhea's going to win back the title, and then her and Liv will have their match. Liv will win, and then it'll be chef's kiss.
I don't even know if they're like, I just don't know what to think anymore. I want Liv to win, but I also don't want her to win because when Rhea comes back, again, that title is going right back into her hands, and I don't want that to be at Liv's expense. If it's at Becky's expense, that would also kind of suck, but at the same time, Rhea already beat Becky, so it would make sense. So
exactly.
it wouldn't, and I don't think Becky would lose much from that. I don't think she should be champion right now anyway. Whatever, but yeah, I just don't know what they're gonna do. I'm really hoping that Triple H will do right by Liv, because the things that I've been hearing, especially from what Ronda Rousey has said in her book, how Paul Heyman was treating Liv, and how they blamed Liv for fans not being into her title reign. Like, hello, that's your fault because you booked it so poorly. It's just weird. So I don't know what's going to happen. Damage Control coming out. I'm thinking maybe they interfere at King and Queen of the Ring and Becky manages to stay champion. I don't know. But if I see Liv Morgan take the 1-2-3 pin to that weak ass finisher one more time, I might lose my mind.
I would rather her tap out to a disarm her.
Okay, no.
I would rather that than her get 1-2-3 with the manhandle slam. But speaking of the King Queen of the Ring PLE, I don't even know when it is at this point. I feel like these pay-per-views are just like back to back to back. But
May 27th, can anyone confirm nor deny?
May 27th? I thought it was June.
Oh no, it's in May.
Excuse me.
It's 25th. May 25th. Thank you, Caden.
Oh Lord. Okay, so literally like less like 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's why I messaged you and I was like, we have to do our prediction soon.
No, but someone had brought up Naomi. So Naomi lost to Nia on SmackDown. So Nia moved on in the tournament. Jade won her match against Piper Niven, which that was actually a good match.
So good.
So good. I love that they made Piper look strong, but they also made Jade look strong.
Yes.
That was a better match for Jade. And then Bianca won hers against Candice LeRae, because duh. But Indy Hartwell looks like she's going full heel. She pulled on Bianca's leg or something.
Which is going to probably interfere with Bianca's match with Tiffany, the leg thing. So Tiffany because Tiffany, I'm so sorry. I love you, Bianca Belair. You are my number one girl forever. I hope Tiffany beats you because you should not be in this tournament.
Yeah, so Tiffany beat Mia Yim, yesterday, I think?
Yeah, to an Alabama
Slam. But yeah, I'm hoping that Tiffany beats Bianca, and I'm assuming Jade will beat Nia. So then it'll be Jade versus Tiffany, which is an iconic match. And I hope that it's really good. But it's Tiffy time.
Who is winning this tournament?
But also, can we talk about how the star power of the tournament on SmackDown?
Yep.
Leagues above Raw. I'm so sorry to the Raw girls. I'm so sorry, because the stars that are on the SmackDown tournament, unmatched.
Amazing. I don't know who's gonna win.
I mean, I think it's gonna come down between Tiffany and Io, and which will probably be a banger. And
Tiffany Tiffany.
But I wouldn't
Sorry,
be mad
Io.
at you either. I wouldn't
I
be mad
mean,
at you either.
I kind of would because she was just champion. So, you know,
Yeah, but it makes sense
I feel
that
like
she
Io
would
for
then be
Queen
a
of the Ring
queen
doesn't.
of the ring.
I feel like it doesn't fit well. I don't know. Tiffany would be great because if Tiffany wins Queen of the Ring and then Chelsea Green wins Money in the Bank, like that would just make sense. This would elevate Tiffany really well.
Mhm.
And we can finally see who really does have the better moonsault between Tiffany and Io.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a moonsault off.
But how is Jade Cargill gonna lose? Like,
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. It has to be like a surprise roll up or something. Like
of course.
something shady. Tiffany does something shady.
Yeah, I agree,
But
Jonathan. I think
we'll
Tiffany
see.
will
We'll
do a
see.
lot more. But I mean,
Yeah.
at the same time, if Io wins, I'm not gonna throw a tantrum. I will clap and
Oh
be
yeah.
happy for her.
Yeah.
She's a goddess. So
Exactly. Yeah. For me in that situation, it's a win-win. So I'll be
yeah,
rooting
pretty
for
much.
them. Yeah.
I do want some Tiffy time though.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to get a Tiffy Time shirt when they come out with better ones.
And I
WWE,
need a
get on it.
Bianca and Jade shirt too.
Yeah, Tiffy
Tag team
shirts are
it.
not it right now, and I need better
No,
ones. I need
that's why I haven't
a
bought
white
them.
one or a pink one. Thank you.
A better pink one. A better pink one.
Yeah. Yeah. But did you want to say anything about the men's tournament, or you good on that for right now?
I'm pissed off that Finn Balor was kicked out in the first round. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Being a Finn Balor fan is exhausting.
Dude, it's like being a Liv Morgan fan. It's literally the same thing.
Mm,
It's
and,
they always are like the bridesmaid, never the bride, and it needs to change.
there was also one other thing. Crap. Oh yeah. Where does AJ Styles go from here?
Yeah, because he was like trying to get revenge on Cody, and now he's out of the tournament. He starts from the bottom, I guess, or I don't know. I
AJ's
really
in
don't
his
know.
Becky Lynch rock bottom era.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I had a feeling Randy was gonna win. Yeah, Gunther and Randy in the final. Gunther has to win this, by the way.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
Duh.
there's hello. That's gonna be a crazy match. Gunther and Randy, if they have that. Oh my god. I'm not ready for that. But yeah, hopefully AJ Styles, I don't know. I don't know where he goes from here. Like,
Yeah. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
I guess so. I don't have
I
a lot
mean,
of
he's probably going to cause Randy that match.
Oh yeah. That would be a good
We'll
feud.
see. We'll
No, I
see.
do not want to see AJ feud with Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh my god.
I hope
No.
that was a joke.
Oh god. No.
Goodness. All right. Well, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your Sunday. Make sure to follow Meet Us in the Ring on our TikTok, Instagram, X. Our TikTok is blowing up right now, as well as our YouTube
Yes.
shorts. So make sure to subscribe to the podcast, follow us on all of those. Make sure to follow us on our individual social medias if you aren't already. And we will see you guys next Sunday. Bye.
I hate you, Logan Paul.